VMware vSphere Foundation 5.2 Administrator 2V0-11.24 exam guides are available here for you to study. 2V0-12.24 exam consists of 55 items with a duration of 115 minutes. The required passing score for 2V0-12.24 exam is 300. Passing 2V0-12.24 exam is a required test for earning VCPVVF Administrator 2024 certification. The available language is English. 2V0-12.24 exam objectives cover the following details: IT architectures, technologies, standards, VMware by Broadcom solution, plan and design the VMware by Broadcom solution, install, configure, administrate the VMware by Broadcom solution, troubleshoot and optimize the VMware by Broadcom solution. To effectively prepare for the VCP, VVF Administrator 2V0-12.24 exam, it is essential to start by understanding the exam overview, including its structure, objectives, and key areas of focus. Next, mastering the exam topics is crucial, as a deep understanding of VMware technologies and best practices will enhance your ability to tackle different question types. Engaging in forums and online communities related to the 2V0-12.24 exam can provide valuable insights, study resources, and discussions with experienced professionals. Lastly, consistent practice with 2V0-12.24 exam questions will help reinforce knowledge, improve time management, and increase confidence before taking the actual test. When creating a virtual machine from an ISO/OVA, what is the first step? A. Configure virtual machine network settings. B. Upload the OVA file to vCenter. C. Select the VM template to use. D. Attach the ISO file to the virtual machine CD/DVD drive. The correct answer is B. When creating a virtual machine from an OVA, open Virtual Appliance file. The first step is to upload the OVA file to vCenter. After the OVA is uploaded, you can then deploy it as a new virtual machine. The other options are steps that would follow once the OVA file is available in vCenter. What is the first step in the installation process of VMware vSphere Foundation, VVF? A. Install vSAN. B. Deploy vCenter server. C. Install SSHI on the host. D. Install ARIA Suite Lifecycle. The correct answer is C. When creating a virtual machine from an OVA, open Virtual Appliance file. The first step is to upload the OVA file to vCenter. After the OVA is uploaded, you can then deploy it as a new virtual machine. The other options are steps that would follow once the OVA file is available in vCenter. Which of the following tools is most suitable for diagnosing technical issues related to VMware vSphere Foundation, VVF, components? A. vCenter Server Appliance Management Interface, VAMI. B. ESXCLI. C. vRealize Operations. D. VMware Skyline. The correct answer is D. VMware Skyline is a proactive support tool that helps diagnose technical issues related to VMware products, including VMware vSphere Foundation, VVF. It collects diagnostic data and provides insights and recommendations to prevent and resolve potential issues. In VMware vCenter, which of the following is not a default role for role-based access control, RBAC? A. Administrator. B. Read-only. C. Guest. D. Data store admin. The correct answer is D. Data store admin is not a default role in vCenter. While you can create custom roles in vCenter, there is no specific default role named Data Store Admin. Instead, access to data stores can be controlled through other roles like Administrator or Storage Administrator, which can be customized. When troubleshooting VCLS, vSphere cluster services, which of the following steps is most effective in addressing a cluster service issue? A. Reboot the SC host. B. Check the VCLS log files for error messages. C. Disable DRS temporarily. D. Reset the vSphere HA settings. The correct answer is B. When troubleshooting VCLS, vSphere cluster services issues, the most effective first step is to check the VCLS log files for error messages. These logs provide detailed information about the internal status of VCLS and can help you identify the specific problem affecting the cluster services. What two components are essential to resolve lifecycle management issues in vSphere? Select 2. A. vSphere Lifecycle Manager, VLCM. B. vCenter Server Appliance. C. SC Version Compatibility. D. VMware Tools. The correct answer is AC. A. vSphere Lifecycle Manager, VLCM. VLCM is a key tool for managing the lifecycle of vSphere environments, including the deployment and updates of SC hosts, firmware, drivers, and virtual machines. It helps resolve lifecycle management issues by ensuring that the entire infrastructure is updated and maintained in a consistent and manageable way. C. SC version compatibility. Ensuring that the SC hosts are running compatible versions is crucial for resolving lifecycle management issues. Compatibility between vCenter, SC versions, and hardware helps avoid problems during upgrades or patches. Which type of content library allows content to be stored and shared across multiple vCenter servers? A. Local Content Library. B. Published Content Library. C. Subscribed Content Library. D. Remote Content Library. The correct answer is B. A published content library allows content to be shared across multiple vCenter servers. By publishing a content library, you make it accessible to other vCenter instances, enabling them to subscribe to and use the content stored in the library. Place the following steps in the correct order to resolve a disk failure in vSAN. A. Identify the failed disk using vSAN health checks. B. Replace the failed disk. C. Rebuild the disk group and resync the data. D. Verify the disk status and ensure it is detected by the system. A. Right pointing arrow. D. Right pointing arrow. B. Right pointing arrow. C. B. D. Right pointing arrow. B. Right pointing arrow. C. Right pointing arrow. A. C. C. Right pointing arrow. D. Right pointing arrow. A. Right pointing arrow. B. D. B. Right pointing arrow. A. Right pointing arrow. D. Right pointing arrow. C. The correct answer is A. A. Identify the failed disk using vSAN health checks. The first step is to identify which disk has failed. vSAN health checks help you determine if there's a failure and which specific disk is affected. D. Verify the disk status and ensure it is detected by the system. After identifying the failed disk, you should verify that the disk is correctly detected by the system, ensuring it's actually the failed disk and not a detection issue. B. Replace the failed disk. Once you have confirmed the failed disk, you replace it with a new or working disk. C. Rebuild the disk group and resync the data. After replacing the disk, vSAN will automatically rebuild the disk group and resync the data to ensure everything is restored to a healthy state. Which of the following are critical elements to evaluate when planning the vSphere Cloud Foundation deployment? Select 2. A. vRealize Suite integration. B. Storage I/O control policies. C. SSH host security settings. D. Capacity planning for network and storage. The correct answer is A. D. A. vRealize Suite integration. When planning a vSphere Cloud Foundation (VCF) deployment, it's crucial to consider the integration of the vRealize suite. The vRealize suite provides tools for cloud management, automation, and monitoring, and ensuring it integrates seamlessly with your vSphere environment is important for efficient operations. D. Capacity planning for network and storage. Proper capacity planning for network and storage is essential to ensure that the vSphere Cloud Foundation deployment can handle the anticipated workload and provide sufficient performance. This includes estimating the necessary bandwidth, storage capacity, and ensuring redundancy to prevent bottlenecks. What is the first step in the process of setting an SSH host into maintenance mode? A. Migrate virtual machines to another host. B. Disconnect the host from vCenter. C. Remove the host from the cluster. D. Disable DRS on the host. The correct answer is A. When putting an SSH host into maintenance mode, the first step is to migrate any running virtual machines, VMs, to other hosts in the cluster. This ensures that the VMs are still running while the host is being placed into maintenance mode for maintenance tasks such as patching or hardware upgrades.